Robert Meeks, frustrating afternoon in the end after a brilliant first half.
Yeah, I think it's frustrating in terms of the amount of chances we had. We said at half time that you've got to take chances at places like this, kill the game off, don't give them anything to breathe off, and they're always going to be dangerous. They're always going to make a chance or two on their home pitch, if you want to call it that. But so yeah, a little bit disappointed. The lads are a little bit disappointed. I feel like it's a little bit of a loss, to be fair, but. We might look back on this in a month or two and think, that's a good point up there, because this is a horrible place to come. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, that's one of the things you said earlier in the week, that it's one of the toughest places to come in the league, and obviously we've seen. I was going around filling in holes with some divot mix before the game. It's a tough place to come to. And thoughts on the penalty going sort of right to the end? The free kick and the sending off of Nick Grimes.
From where we were, it was a job to see, but it looked like Nick pulled him back. He had to take one for the team, to be fair. I'm surprised that the officials weren't particularly good today. In fact, they were quite poor all over. And to be fair, it's a good job they were poor, because he probably should have let him go on there, and he probably would have scored.
Yeah, so, they're certainly like their fans speaking to them. They thought it should have been an advantage and had a shot.
Yeah. 9 out of 10 times they would have got that.
But first half, fantastic performance.
Superb performance first half. Really, really good. Again, the goal came from a throw that was about 50 yards further forward than it should have been, and sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. But I still look at us and what we could do to affect the game, and we had enough chances there to win 2 games. So a little bit disappointed, but they worked hard. They worked hard today. It wasn't for a lack of application or effort. We chucked everything at it.
Yeah. Meeks, happy with the shape today and performance of the team?
Yeah, it was decent. It's definitely 2 points drop though. At the end, maybe they could have, went on and nicked it, but the chances we had today, we've got to be more clinical in front of goal. We just told the boys that you don't mean to miss chances, but we did, and we should have had the game wrapped up at half time. We should have been 4 or 5 up. But at the end of it, me and Rob are going to look at it, because we're doing so well at the moment. It's 2 points dropped, but we can't get too down about it. We've got the FA Cup to look forward to next Saturday. We've picked up now I think 10 points from 4 games, which is superb. And we push on. We're not going to. The boys need to rest. I think the young boys today have absolutely worked their socks off. The last few games looked a bit knackered today, but we push on. We didn't lose.
Unfortunately, the weather today was quite odd. The wind seemed to be with us first half, and then second half the wind was against us, and then we had a drop of rain which made a hard surface on the flanks quite slippery. And I don't think, from my point of view, what I saw, there wasn't any allowance for the conditions.
Well, the thing is, Kev, when you're doing the pitch at the start of the match, and like their management said, it's embarrassing, and then at one stage it was absolutely dark as hell as well, and we didn't put the lights on, so that didn't help. Got holes in the pitch. Boys had to, change. A few of them had to change their footwear as well because of the pitch. So, like Ron just said, coming down here is not going to be nice. It's probably going to get worse when winter comes. But the boys have dealt with it, had a battle, but it's like we've lost in there, because we feel 2 points dropped. Finishing not good, defending good. At the end, we was lucky, but point, you got to just get out of this place and get home.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough place to come to. At least the weather was semi-warm. It was meant to be hot today, but it was warm and then windy. So it was a tricky day. Proverbial game of 2 halves, I guess, but we still had enough chances second half.
Yeah, 100%. We had enough chances again, and we didn't make half the chances we did in the second half. But listen, you got to compartmentalize. You got to put it in a little package. And you've got to put it to bed. Yeah. It's gone now. Yeah. We won't overanalyse it. No. It's done. It's dusted. Can't affect it now. You can only affect it in that 90 minutes, and we'll move on quickly. We've got another big game to prepare for. Yeah. We're going to go and watch them on Tuesday night, and FA Cup becomes important now.
Yeah. And there'll be a lot of points dropped by away sides here. It's a tough place.
It's a very open league, and I'm sure if we look at the results today, we'll be able to see that there'll be some funny results again.
And we have to remember they're unbeaten. We came here and did enough in the first half to win the game. As you say, we put it to bed now and start planning for next weekend's trip for the FA Cup.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rob. Meeks.
Cheers.